What's up, guys? I am back for another video. Before I get into the video, I just got done watching Boogie versus Wings. That happened. That actually was a thing that happened, and I'm just a little like stunned that was a thing. But anyway, and Boogie's game. But today, I am reviewing. I was gonna do American Reunion, but I think I might just do American Wedding and end it there. After watching it, finally, I gotta say, American Wedding is great. I think it's not as strong as the first two, but it's definitely a solid entry. And in my opinion, it feels like a conclusion. You know, Jim and Michelle get married. You know, that's the big lead up point. You know, they have these last few hijinks before Jim gets married. I just feel like this kind of ends it. I don't really need I don't need a fourth one. I might still watch Reunion, but I don't think I'm gonna review it. I might just end it at Wedding. Honestly, it works as a 3-part trilogy. You know, Jim finally gets married. You know, Jim scores. He realizes he's in love in the second movie, and then this one he gets married. You know, I just think it works as a conclusion. So I think I might just do that. But American Wedding, well, basically it's self-explanatory. Jim and Michelle's wedding. A bunch of hijinks happen before and during the wedding. I liked some of the new characters, like Michelle's sister Cadence. I thought she was a solid new character. I mean, she's just there because Stifler and Finch want to have sex with her, but that's basically it. But she works as in the movie. I thought Michelle's parents were great. Had that one the dad is very recognized. I remember him from How High. He's on like a lot of these comedies. I thought he was a funny actor in the movie. I thought Jim's dad in the opening is great. Like, it feels like an American Pie movie in it. For me, it ends here. It's a solid ending. You know, Jim gets married with Michelle, and that's it, really. And I thought the movie works. So overall, the dance-off at the gay bar scene was pretty funny. So, overall, solid entry. That's really all I can say. Tomorrow, actually, maybe later tonight, I'll see if I'm in the mood. Or tomorrow, I'm going to do 2 videos if I don't do it tonight. I'm going to do my Marvel movie pitch part 2, and we're going to review Snakes on a Plane. So I actually might watch Snakes on a Plane tonight and just review it tomorrow like that, but we'll see. But anyway, other than that, that's really all I got planned so far. Anyway, let's get started. I love the opening gag in this one, where Jim's trying to prepare to propose to Michelle. He ends up accidentally forgetting the ring, and she thinks Jim wants more kinky shit, so she goes. He basically goes down on Jim at the restaurant, which was funny. Then his dad gets there because his dad's trying to bring him back the ring. Like, it, you know, you gotta, like, kind of like the second movie, if you remember. I thought that was a pretty funny opening, and that's when Jim then proposes to her. Then, then he has to plan his wedding. This is where we meet Michelle's parents, who initially, obviously, you know, they don't necessarily like them. Not necessarily they don't like them. It's more like they're gonna be skeptical of them. So Jim has to try to impress them. And he doesn't want to invite Stifler because the way Stifler acts. And Stifler's now a football coach. Then Stifler and promises to be good and teach Jim how to dance for his wedding if he lets him go to the wedding. They then go to Chicago because they want to get Jim wants to give Michelle her dream dress. I thought this section was pretty funny because Stifler accidentally goes into a gay bar because he sees this chick, and it turns out the chick is setting up with this guy friend, and this whole hijinks goes on. And Jim tries to ask about Leslie, who's a sewer, and basically they make a deal that if Stifler beats the big dude, I'll just call him Big Dude, beats the big dude in a dance off, that'll give him the dress. And this is where we get a funny dance off scene. I thought that scene was pretty funny. But Stifler ends up winning. So they then Leslie agrees to make the dress. And then this is where Cadence shows up, and basically Stifler and Finch take a liking to her, and they have to change their personalities. Like, there's a scene where Stifler starts acting like this really nice guy. He has like a fucking ascot on. It's fucking great. He's like helping old people, and then fucking Finch starts acting like Stifler says, like Finchmeister. It was great. Like, it was just, comedy was simple back then, like in the early aughts. You know, you didn't need a lot to be funny. So then Jim, this is where we get the bachelorette party. Like, the movie's paced pretty good. Like, it gets going pretty quick. You know, there's a little bit of stuff, and then you get to the wedding. Like, they have a bachelorette party where, you know, there's like hookers, and this is where we get a little bit of titty. But then Jim arrives with Michelle's parents, and they try to pass it off before Michelle's mom finds Kevin fucking with tape on him. But then Jim still manages to convince them that everything's fine, so they then go to the wedding rehearsal. We have a little dance, and this is where then Clarence finds the real Stifler, because Stifler's like runs into Finch. Oh, before that, there's a funny scene where Stifler fucks up, and the dog there's dogs there that accidentally eat the ring, and he has to wait till they shit it out, and he has to pass it off as a cake when the dog shit it out, and he eats it. It's gross, man. I'm not gonna lie, I'm like, bruh. But I thought that scene was pretty funny. But then so then back to that scene I was talking about, where Finch asks Stifler for help, but Stifler starts acting like a dick, kind of showing his real self, and Clarence runs off. Then, because of another Stifler fuck up where he accidentally like turned off the refrigerator, and the flowers ended up dying, and he ends up getting kicked out of the wedding. So to make it right, he ends up going to the florist, and basically convinces her by saying, you're not gonna get it on until you help me with these wires. And that was pretty funny. So we end up having the wedding. Basically, I think that's really it. I mean, there's a little bit of hijinks with like Michelle's Jim's grandmother, because she doesn't like Michelle because she's not Jewish. And then there's a scene where they leave her with these two guys, which one of them is Harold from Harold and Kumar, who were in the other two movies. But they decided to leave her in the closet, and Jim, because at this point Clarence agrees to have sex with Stifler. Stifler goes there, and turns out he ends up, because he thinks it's Clarence, has sex with this girl. I thought that was pretty funny. I found that a pretty funny scene when Finch and Kevin catch him. It was pretty funny. Sorry about that. Then Jim and Michelle get married. Michelle's parents. We have a nice scene between Michelle and Jim's dad. I thought that scene was really good. And then, yeah, they get married. Finch ends up running into Silver's mom again. Then they end up having Finch is going down on her. The two guys he saw earlier, Harold's character, end up seeing it, and the final gag before the movie ends. And yeah, it's overall I like American Wedding. It's a solid conclusion. Jim and Michelle get married, and everyone kind of has a nice conclusion to their lives. I didn't really need another one after that. Like, don't get me wrong, I think Reunion will be fine. I think from some people I've heard, it's all right. It's just American Wedding just feels like a conclusion. Jim gets with Michelle in the last movie, and he finally marries her. It's perfect conclusion. So I'm just gonna probably end it there. I'll still watch Reunion, and maybe I'll do like a quick thing, like what if I do decide to watch it, I'll maybe in like whatever video after that, I'll do a quick like what I think of it, but I don't think I'll do a whole video on it. Just because I do feel like Wedding is such a good place to end it, So anyway, I just want this helicopter to fuck off. Tomorrow or later tonight. Well, later tonight. I'll try later tonight. If not, then tomorrow. I'll be doing my Marvel pitch part 2, and then tomorrow for sure we'll be doing Snakes on a Plane, and then I'll probably go into what I got going on this upcoming week. But other than that, American Wedding I give about like a 7.5 out of 10, almost an 8. It was a solid entry. I laughed a good couple times, and the characters still feel like the same characters, and I love their growth throughout the 3, in my opinion, 3 films. So yeah, that's all I can say. But other than that, I'm like, cheers, and I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Yes, Boogie's game. Peace.